Previously on D&D.
Yeah, take it over to it and we'll split it half-half.
Okay.
I'm not gonna kill them. I won't kill them.
If you sign these, you cannot harm the children.
I would be like, these restrict my rights as a living person and walk out of the room.
Chapter 9. Iron Giant versus Dusty!
Toby, you're coming to me because it's the next day. Is it the next day? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, Toby, you should be coming to me then.
You're all hungry, by
Yeah.
the way.
I eat a fish.
You don't have any.
You
What
gave them
do
all
I
away.
have?
10 at-speed feathers. You have 1 shot killer crab shell and 1 piece of leather.
Wait, say it again.
You have.
Can't eat any of that.
You can't eat any of it.
What do I have? What do I have?
You have
Oh my God.
10 at-speed feathers.
Yeah, I leave everyone in the ship. I leave Arkov in charge and I tell them to go fishing and eat the fish that you catch.
We need to drown
What-
him.
what-
I just woke
I'm
up. Hello,
sick
Ethan.
of him
Do
talking
you-
about his fucking crew.
You take
First,
1
Lockie,
luscious scale.
I need to listen to this because this is going to depend on which
Luscious
plan I go
scale.
for.
Luscious.
And 2,
Yes,
I need.
Yeah, I take one lesser scale.
I
the
don't do
smallest
it. You're not
one.
even there, and I need the money from off him first.
Ethan, what do you want to do? Are you just gonna wait
Mate.
for him in the inn?
I'm gonna wait for him.
As evening approaches, you approach a barricade as the forest clears away from you, Toby.
I shout up to the barricade.
Oh my god.
You-
What is that?
I shout up. I'm here to show the evidence of the lust of death. I have the evidence.
The figure shouts down at you. Are you this traveller's friend, the one that killed the lusser?
I shout up. Yeah, I've got a scale from it.
Yes. Alright, come in. And he opens the door for you.
Wow.
Yeah, Ethan, I pay you 125, and you
Yeah.
say that it was all me, okay?
Yep. Can I meet Toby, please?
You meet Toby as it becomes night. With
Is
people,
Ethan in Kellad?
with people milling around you, being like, "Oh, they killed the lusser! Jesus Christ! If they enter the tournament, I would pay to see that though."
I give Ethan the 125,
You haven't flipping cashed
and
it
then
in
I
yet.
go into the place to claim the bounty.
No, he gives me 125 now, Scott.
Yeah.
Out of his own bank, and then he goes in and cashes it in.
You haven't got
No,
125.
with Ethan.
Oh, he hasn't got.
Toby hasn't got 125.
You've got 106.
How? I thought I had 210.
No.
Yeah.
When did you have 210?
In all, no, he shouldn't have a 210. He should have around about 130.
Yeah, 130.
Okay, I'm just gonna say you're right. I think you paid for some stuff along the
They're
way.
just playing you completely.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
they never
I'm pretty sure you
No,
you paid for
no.
some
What
stuff
would I
along the
pay
way.
for on the way?
Travel and food.
And then I go with Ethan into the tavern to claim the bounty.
Okay, you go into the tavern and you hold up your lustre scale and go, "Where's the bounty for this?" An old human comes out of the back, brings with him a magnifying glass, and goes, "Oh, so you're the young travellers that killed the lustre, what claims to anyway. Let me have a look at that scale." Toby?
Wait, what did he say?
He said, "Let me have a look at that scale."
Oh, I give the scale.
You're just holding it in front of him like, what? Alright, you give the scale to him, he plops it down on the table, and looks at it with a magnifying glass for like 5 minutes, and you're just waiting there awkwardly like, alright, he finally looks up,
It wasn't it, was it? It wasn't it.
he finally
Oh no.
looks up, looks at you, squints at you a bit and goes, "How did 2 scrawny lads like you manage to kill a lusser?"
And then I say, I've got a whole crew.
Well, I'm sure the tournament would appreciate having some fighters like you on their side. Here's your $250 as promised. He walks away, leaving you with your scale.
So I want to, as promised, we'll go our separate ways, Toby. I would like to go to the mage and
The
buy that
sorcerer.
staff. Sorcerer, and buy that staff that can hold 2 spells.
You walk up to the sorcerer, and he goes, you got your money with you now then, I see. Puts an oak staff on the table, goes, 110. You got enough? You still want it?
Yes.
He gives you the oak staff. As you turn the door, he's like, What spell would you like infused into it? You look like a basic mage, so I'll give you Force or Inferno.
wow! Wait, what? A Force of Inferno? I'm gonna go for Force.
Yeah, I'd go for horse. Say if
Right.
there's like something like loads of rocks blocking your path, you could move them out of the way.
He gets a stone and rubs it over the orb of the staff.
Oh, he
and
rubs
a
it.
and
I
a
love the word rub.
alright, calm down.
You know?
Yeah, so do I, Lucky.
And a bright light. Shut up! A bright light emits from the orb, and you shoot your eyes, and he gives it to you, smiling. He goes, "There you go. Happy adventuring."
Before I leave, can I ask him about the mage competition? Where would I join?
Ah, you just walked into the Colosseum over there. That's the big one, the big circle thing. A lot of people
Yeah,
going there
I
at
know.
the time, and there's a board on your right with name sheets, and you can write your name on there, and then you just go through. And there's different doors. They have labels on them. Which one you want to go through, and you just go through there. Meet the head of the tournament, and he'll
Die.
discuss you on where to go and when to get there. If you're not having that previous staff, you could buy it off you for around 40 gold.
Keep it.
Wait,
Keep it.
do I still have both spells then? In the new one? Do I have 2 spells in the new one?
Yeah.
Or 1?
You have 2 spells in the new one.
So I still have lightning and I have
Force. Yeah.
Oh, you
Course.
sell it for 40 gold then, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it for 40 gold.
I'll make that into a nice new staff. Melt that down for scrap. Okay.
Can I go to Colosseum, please? Wait, what time is it actually?
It's midnight.
Oh, can I go and sleep in the inn?
Toby, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go eat and sleep in the end.
Eat and sleep. Oh, whoa, a hard man over here. 7 days a week.
Okay.
So, Ed and Lottie,
Shit.
how's your little drama going on over there?
Well, I mean, he's not allowed.
Scott,
Can you what, Toby?
hide my scale
Okay.
down. Hide the scale down my pants so no one finds it and takes it.
Right.
At least I didn't try and do what Ed did.
Lottie awaits with his
Where am I?
babies in the inn, and Ed's
With
on a
Ed at the bottom of his bed.
Ed's on a 2-day journey through the forest.
Lucky, do you want to try and make your way to me?
Sorry, Ed, can't hear.
Hey.
Can't hear any of you, to be honest.
my.
This is the turn at which we have to struggle to hear the bloody mites. Because both of your
Oh, yeah.
Wi-Fi is awful.
You can hear me better than you can hear Edge, let's just say that.
Well, we can't hear it, so yeah.
Can I go to the boat?
Shaniqua and Samantha crawl onto each of your shoulders, and they're like clinging on, just like looking down around at the world with like amazement in their eyes. Just like, whoa!
Aww.
You're trying to make this cute, aren't you?
He's
I mean,
trying
you
to.
hear me now?
Babies are cute.
Yeah, I
we
can
can
hear
hear
you
you.
Is it?
Oh, bye.
I want to set sail. Guys, which way did you go?
Oh, Scott, which way did we go?
Oh, I don't know, Ethan. Which way did you go?
Why are you coming over here?
Because I want him to get to me, Toby. Because we're meeting up and we're gonna do quests.
Okay, that's fair enough.
By the way, Lottie's
Yeah,
still on
fair
the
enough.
quest
We
to.
don't need your permission, mate.
Lottie's still investigating the Death Islands, and Jakob's here! Everyone loves Jakob!
Wait,
The
what's
thingy.
happening to me?
You're still trying to sail the flipping garden.
Oh,
Lottie,
Jakob.
where do you sail?
And which way do you reckon?
I've cashed in the bounty.
I don't know which
So
way
now
it
I've got
was.
250.
wait, what?
I just set
What bounty?
sail.
Oh, on
I
the
just set sail.
monster.
You just set sail.
I just start going.
Right, that's probably a horrible idea,
Wait.
but
No, Scott, you can tell me which island I'm on. I'm allowed that much.
yeah, you're on Indlovu.
Okay.
Actually, wait.
Ask for directions to Inglavu.
Someone. Yeah, I get off my boat. I get my babies.
I thought you just said you forget your babies.
I forget my
Just
babies, toss
gonna
them in
say
the
the
water,
little-
oopsie doopsie. Right, you asked around and you meet an old lady, old dragonborn lady, and she goes, "Oh yes, I remember Indlovu. I remember doing that. It's just
Well, you just fucked
it's-
a child there, you paedophile.
it's south of Gartim.
Where
Pretty
are they?
sure anyway. My memory's going a bit foggy, but
It is self.
Just-
It's
just
S-
keep
something
going
of
south, and
Gartim.
I'm sure you'll make it. If not,
it's past
you'll be dead." She smiles at you like this is like the cheeriest conversation ever, and then just walks away.
Oh my god.
Don't think you trust her.
Where's Garton? Can I ask
Where's it?
someone else?
Everyone else murmurs and goes, "Hey, it's that way, isn't it?" And just like kind of brush you off. No, it's just south, isn't it? It's just south. And then walks away.
It's just south.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
past Garten.
Let's
So it's the second island
I'll
you
get
see.
back on the ship.
It's the second island you see, Lucky. Stop at Garten though for the night.
Right, hang on, Scott first.
Yeah.
Can we have a little nap?
Just try and make him get lost.
What time is it?
Scott.
Scott, what's it called again? The place that I'm at?
In the lobby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Lovey.
I'm not
Meet
going
me
there. I'm going to the G1. What's it called?
Garten,
Yeah,
which
I'm
is
going to
very
Garten.
close to.
There's around 28 islands, and you've been to
Callard.
3.
Garton and Inglovu. Those are the 3 we've been to.
Another map I made is not an island map. It's a full-on like world. So instead of islands, there are actually like continents and countries and stuff.
That would be way better.
Yeah.
Right.
No, this is still good. I'm just saying that's a really good idea.
Well, I mean,
Still good, but no, it's terrible.
I mean, if I put you on the map, I think you'd see that it wasn't as good as what you've got now, and in fact, you'd actually rather regret being on that map. You know, since the entire place is on fire.
Yeah.
Oh!
It'd be fine for a tiefling.
Anyway, Ed, it turns nighttime as you approach the village.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna find the blacksmith where I'm try to get it back.
You find the blacksmith, but it's closed because it's nighttime.
I'm
Sleep outside, Ed.
how much gold?
You have 32 gold.
I'm gonna go to the night.
Do you eat there or just sleep?
Both.
And Lottie is silent. Lottie, do you put the anchor down for the night or not?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
want it to be my
sexy boy.
Never mind, I don't. Are my babies okay?
Wow.
Yes, your babies are like on your shoulders when you're steering the ship, just like, wow, the world is so beautiful.
And then a kraken just appears.
Kraken just kills them instantly.
I can't imagine. Wait, I'm saving alone.
I think Lockie would literally kill himself.
Yeah, literally, if a monster attacks Lottie, he's got to protect his babies, and he's on his own.
So can you be nice, please, Scott?
Nope, yeah, there's a behemoth on your location. There is 7 krakens, 1 behemoth.
You rolled a 1 in direction
and 3
you're
hydras.
straight into a
Not the heads,
kraken, a
literal
kraken.
hydras.
Just in the water, just drowning.
Yes. I
There's
forgot hydras can't swim.
72 Bekakujers, Yak Hob. You sail and you see land in the distance, Jacob, finally.
After like
That's
5
starting.
weeks.
And it gets evening, and you have not reached the island yet.
I
Do
thought you were
you...
about to say, and a kraken appears.
And the dragon is the island.
I carry on to the island. My
Ooh,
motivation's
it's a
high.
hard man, he is.
Okay, wow, stop getting sexual
not.
about me, jeez, I don't like it.
You are really tired, right? You're so close. Ethan and Tobias.
I ask around if I can go back to my ship with someone else on 2 horses. Like, so one person's on a horse and I'm
Why?
on the other horse.
Why?
Because I want to go back to my ship.
Who do you
And
ask?
I need to take the cart with the horses.
Who do you ask to this?
I ask around and say that I'm the person that killed the
What, and you think people should just give you their horses?
No, I'll pay for it.
Alright.
But I won't do what I did last time. Don't worry.
No one seems to own any horses on this island. You find that a bit weird since they're the main transportation means of getting around.
I ask around why there's so many barricades as well.
And they look at you, and they go, "Oh, you're not around here, are you? It's
From
too
around
dangerous
here,
not to have protection. There are many monsters on this island.
Protection. Ooh.
It's all part of the tournament, isn't it? So you need to keep the monsters out.
This island's bad. Jacob, I don't. Wait.
I mean-
one sec.
Remember- No, it's C1, C1.
Jacob, we can't take over this island because we can't transport because people will die. We need to take over a different island.
Just take over loads of islands, doesn't really matter, does it?
I'll walk back to my ship.
Can I go to the Colosseum?
Okay.
Oh wait, before I do that, I pray to the gods for a horse.
What, you just
Yeah,
get on your knees and pray.
Yeah. when I'm
You
out
say
of
get
the
on your
village because it
knees.
might seem a
just
bit
say
weird.
get on your knees.
Get on your knees. Ethan.
He gets a natural one and Zeus smites him.
Zeus smites him. Begone, thought! Ethan, what do? You entered the Colosseum. There's
Wait,
a
did
buzz
you,
of
did you not
atmosphere
roll
around
for
you.
it?
I did roll for it. I know what the outcome is. You need to wait your turn, mister.
Can I head to the Colosseum?
You are in the Colosseum. Everyone's chatting around you, really excited.
Well,
People
maybe
are-
they just had a pleasureful
People
day.
are at the front door selling tickets, and they're stopping anyone who doesn't buy a ticket. Be like, excuse me, sir. You either the only way to get in this Colosseum is to buy a ticket or to be one of the acts.
Can I be one of the acts?
Ah, gentlemen, you're the one that killed the Lusser, right? You want to be part of the show? Just go through this door here. Mages on the left, melee on the right. Pick whichever one you want, and you can speak to
I'm
the
going
Grand
left.
Master.
You lose all sense of direction
Roll a
and go
one, he
right.
goes. Roll a one,
Yeah,
he goes right.
You lose sense of direction. You walk out of the Colosseum. Like, oh, how did I end up here?
No, he goes and starts whacking people with his stick.
He just accidentally smacks the guard with a stick.
Please don't make me do this.
Right, you go to the left, and there are 3 doors. One says sorcerer, one says
Fuck
staff
yourself.
wielder, and one says
Suck my big fat nonce.
elemental.
Which one am I?
I don't know which one
The
are you.
big fat nonce.
Wait, so there's staff wielder.
There's sorcerer,
Fuck
staff
you.
wielder, and elemental.
I'm
You're
going
a
for
staff
staff
wielder.
wielder.
And big fat nonce.
You walk in, the floor is paved with stone, and there are training dummies lined up, and mean-looking people with staffs in their hands are firing various spells at the dummies, making them fly across the room, burning them to a crisp, stuff like that. They're all training in physical and mental abilities. And you see one person in a very sleek-looking robe standing at the back watching them like, interesting.
Quite mean.
Examine it. Wait, I know what's going on here. This sounds a lot like the beginning of Slug Terror.
What the hell is Slug Terror?
Shit, I thought that's where you got it from.
What the hell? That sounds like the worst film ever.
What the hell?
It's like,
It's not, it's not a movie.
slugs
It's-
are attacking!
No, it's a TV show I used to watch. It's like under the crust, and they're like cute little. If you type in Slug Terror, I'm just
Under
looking
the
up, you'll
crust. That sounds
Under
the-
disgusting.
Yeah.
I
That's what it means.
I don't want to know what's
Yeah, it's
under the crust. Oh, God.
That sounds like a 90s porno. You minger, man.
Oh, it's like
All the
Pokemon.
time, but sure.
Yeah, a bit like it. You could say that.
Is he allowed to say that, Ethan?
I don't have permission to say that.
Have you given... Yeah, I was gonna say, have you given him permission to say that?
Okay, wait. Can I test out my new spell, the force spell? Can I try and crush one of the dummies?
Nice, lands in that one, bounces off and crushes himself.
You go to a dummy, ready your feet, kind of shrug off, and no one's really looking at you. You seem quite confident. You just like gently point your staff at the thing, testing out your new spell without really wanting to attract any attention. You see dents kind of appear in the dummy's armor, but apart from that, nothing happens.
Okay, now can I try and lift the dummy up?
You lift the dummy up like a foot and then drop it back down.
Okay, that's fine. If I know, what did I roll when I got that?
Below half, I'm gonna tell you
Jesus,
that.
on.
If I feel like I've done enough, can I just leave the competition?
It's a friendly competition unless you choose bigger reward, higher risk equals bigger rewards. So if it's a friendly competition, so it's just like until the other person gives, it's lower reward. If it's a fight to the death, it's a much higher reward.
Okay, do I choose which one I do, or does it
Yeah.
get chosen for me?
You choose which one you want to do. You don't choose who you're going up against, but you choose which type of battle you want to do. If you leave the tournament mid-tournament, you get fined.
How much?
Fine.
You get fined however much your reward would be.
Really?
Mhm.
So if I went into the one where I'm dying, I'm either dead or I win. Oh, that's
High
fucking
risk.
brutal. I'm gonna
High risk, high reward.
go for the low risk one then. Fuck that.
You don't know what's happening, by the way.
Pussy.
You literally
What?
you don't know who you go to speak about this.
Can I just wait and like, yeah, can I just wait? What, just wait and kill me? Don't stand still
Yeah.
for too long and you die.
One of the dummies fly past you, decapitating you on the way. Yeah, after a while.
actually sound like Scott wouldn't do.
After a
I know.
while, watching the other mages do the various spells, you get a taste of what the tournament is kind of like. The person in the robe that was interested in the hunters and was like surveying them walks up to you and goes, "Is there a reason you're here?"
I'm just wanting to do a friendly tournament.
Ah, right, you're a contestant, eh? Alright, follow me. And he leads you to a door on the back that you hadn't noticed before.
Okay, so that just sounds like I'm about to get raped in a cupboard. I think we had enough of this when we killed Pedro. We really did decide that we didn't want any sexual content in this. So I would like you to refrain from
Do you want to follow him or not?
Yes, I want to follow him.
Right, you follow him into this study with a massive desk. He sits down at one and then gestures to a seat.
So I sit down, a spike just goes up my arse.
It's like, oh, I've got you now, son. You stepped into my trap.
Sexual fantasies for today. Thank you very much.
Alright, do you sit down? You're the guy that killed the Lusser, right?
No.
Yes.
yes.
Yes. I'm surprised you're not trying the.
Sick sense of humour, mate.
I'm surprised you're not trying the competitive battles, but alright. If you want to do friendly matches, that's fine by me. Sign hit this here. He
What,
pulls
is this a contract?
Yeah.
This is like a contract for my virginity.
He pulls out a contract and pushes it towards you and lays an ink pen on the table.
Why would you need a contract for your virginity?
It's basically confirmation, so I don't verbally have to say yes. He just, as soon as I sign that, he just like, oh, that's it, strap him down to a table, we're having some fun tonight, boys.
He pulls out like the straw thing, pushes towards you, and you know the little feathers with the little inks.
Yeah,
He gives you that.
a feather pen.
Yeah, he gives you a feather pen.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign my name, and I want my name in
You
the
haven't
competition.
even read what the contract is yet.
Oh shit, wait, don't stop. Read what the contract says, read what the contract says.
The contract, basically, in a long, boring words that a contract usually is in, it displays that you will get 100 gold for winning the tournament. The tournament will be 5 battles, well, 5 battles that you'll be doing, and you can get 1 advanced 1 spell of your choosing on the day that you win. And the Colosseum is not liable for dismemberment, injury, maiming in this tournament.
Okay, so I said a friendly battle. You said no killing.
It doesn't mean you won't get dismembered.
Scott, can I like just cross that bit out and go, yes, they will.
It also states that clerics will be on standby for any serious wounds.
What's a cleric?
It's like a healer mage.
Okay, so
We all said different things.
And also, it also claims that if a contestant gives, you cannot physically hurt them afterwards, or you'll be arrested.
dang, I wanted to take another guy's skin. Anyway, I'm joking. It was a joke.
It also states the bit about being fined 100 gold if you leave the tournament early.
I literally can't leave. That means I don't have 100 gold.
Well, then you'll be in
I
debt.
gave you 100. Oh wait, no, you didn't.
No, I spent it all on new staff, Toby, so I can actually do some. So I can actually, not in competition, just be like zap. Oh, by the way, I can't be hurt by lightning. Shit, I can't win this competition.
Yeah, you spent your day travelling through the thing, Toby. So Ethan's doing his turn at the
I
moment.
wished for a horse.
No, I know. Like, it's gonna be your turn when it comes night, but at the moment it's the afternoon and Ethan's turn, and we're doing it in time differences here.
Wait, do I have to sign my name, or can I like sign? Wait, do they do like the announcements? Do they do announcements? So they say like, in this corner,
Yes.
it's this person. Okay, I want to sign.
You have to sign your
right.
name, Amajit Piapalop, and then you can sign your stage name as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna sign my name, Magic Piapple, and I'm gonna say my stage name as the Shadow Walker.
The Shadow Walker.
Yep.
Wow, okay.
Yep.
So
Alright,
gay.
he grins at
Scott,
you.
and you will know why I want that name.
Yeah, I do. He grins at you, pulls it back, and goes, oh, Shadow Walker, eh? Oh, it's a pretty cool name you got there. rolls back up, goes, "Welcome to the team. You're free to train in here with the other guys as much as possible. Don't get too comfortable with them, though."
I thought he was just like smiling, like, "You didn't read the fine print." Oh, come on, boys.
Your soul is
we're
mine. He just does. "You're free to train with the other guys in there, but don't get too comfortable with them. You might end up dismembering something of theirs, or vice versa." Why did your thought go to that?
I knew you were going to say that.
He goes, "Alright, you're free to go. We'll call you back here. You'll hear the announcements of the Coliseum. Just don't leave the town in the time. It only takes about maximum a week to do these sorts of tournaments."
Wow.
Die.
I can't. It's a friendly one, Jacob.
Unless there's a spy in the midst that doesn't play by the rules.
Oh my god. I'll dismember his penis then.
What do you want to do then? You've
That'll
walked
be
out
my
of his,
dying
you've walked out of his study.
Sorry, Ethan, what was that?
Oh my god.
What did you just do?
You get dismembered just for saying that. You're back in the
Can
room with all
I
the
find a
mages.
female sorcerer?
To be honest, I think if I get an at 20, I should get a flying horse.
I actually was gonna say, can I find a female sorcerer and start chatting her up?
The sorcerers are in a different room, by the way.
Shit. In the middle of the competition, just like, "Oh hey babe, okay, time for some sex." Public watching.
To be honest, all you need to say is "I killed Alyssa," and then they'll be like, "Oh really?"
You leave his study and you're in the room with all the other mages again.
Sit down.
You talk to them and like ask about it, the thingy. Ask about it.
No, can I go and find, like, because there's always that one person who's not training yet. I want to go to him and start talking to him.
One person that's not
Right.
trained.
There's always that one person who's just like sitting at the back or leaning up a wall who just who's not going to train. They're just going to they're stand there waiting for the competition.
The only person you see
You're
not
so
involved
weird.
in combat.
Shut up.
The only person you see not involved in combat is a tiefling at the side, leaning on a ivory metal staff that he owns and panting very heavily.
Jeez, that man, my dad.
You walk up to him. What do you do?
What? You're total?
That mom and dad.
That's my mum and
Okay.
dad mixed into one. It's amazing.
No,
You stole their souls and then their skin.
It's a major
no,
shut
he's
up.
bisexual. God, there's a chance.
What do you want to do?
I want to go talk to him.
You don't have a father.
Right,
So
what do you say to him?
I want to say, so why are you in this competition?
No, ask him if he has herpes. If he says yes, fuck him.
He goes,
If he has herpes.
he looks at you.
Why
Why is that the first thing you see a guy? You're like, hey dude, do you have any diseases I should be wary of? Is that the icebreaker? I'm asking for a friend, you know. Totally.
Me, I swear.
That's the first thing he does when he sees a pretty girl across the street. He's like, "Hey, do you have any diseases?"
It's the way you put them in, Scott. You just gotta learn. Learn from the best.
So you walk
Got
up
any
to the
diseases?
tiefling, and he looks up at you, and between
thanks.
pants he does the same thing as anyone. Only just in it for the money, plus the wand. That's gonna be pretty nice to use.
So any diseases? Yep, all of them. You're perfect.
You're hired.
Yeah.
All of them. You're perfect. Let's get out of this joint.
Sorry, mate.
Can I ask him
Love it so much.
how he came to this island?
He raped a cow.
What?
He came to the island. raping a cow.
What is your logic? What? What does that even mean?
Hang on. What's the context to say I raped the cow? What were you talking about?
It just dropped me off at this island. It just, once we were done, it just deposited me like a sack of meat, didn't it? It just abandoned me on this island.
Can you explain what you mean?
So basically, the cow told him to wait unless he had sex and raped it and he got the way. He got the more pleasure.
Or did he get shipped over because he was accused of being a criminal?
Did you die?
What did you ask how he got here? He goes, just sailed over with a few friends. They all lost to the sea. I was the only one left, so figured I'd make some money and get out of here. Maybe head to
He raped a cow. He is the guy. He's serious.
Maybe head to Telad.
Your English is so bad. I couldn't understand.
Can I say, do you still have a ship, or
Yes.
did it get destroyed?
I'd probably, but it's probably gone by now. I don't know. I left it somewhere. Haven't
What?
seen it since.
What?
Left it somewhere.
It's just like, okay,
I
so
played and I can't remember where I parked it.
He left it on one of the beaches and just forgot where it was.
oh, he's a failure.
He's
I
been
guess
here.
about-
He's been here for months, so he hasn't seen his ship in like a year.
It's true. Look at the guy.
You don't see the guy.
How do you see the guy?
And anyway, if you did see the guy, how do you distinguish a normal guy from a cow rapist? What does that mean?
What was he trying to get out of raping the cow?
What does a cow
What does a
rapist
cow have
look
that a
like?
human doesn't? What does a cow have that a human doesn't?
What?
Milk.
I mean, a woman has breast milk.
Yeah, but they're hard to get hold of.
They're hard to get hold of, so you decided to rape the
What?
cow.
You just got like lube on your hands. You're like, I can't grab it. No. It's just like a bar of soap, just like
It's just,
flopping out your hands.
slipping out my hands. Why?
The next thing he does, he pops out a moo cow.
he just the next day he brings a cow into the
You
training
say
room.
He pops out a moon cow. a moon cow.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
scared.
it's not the
Ethan,
milk.
Ethan, what do you want to do?
Well,
And then you
firstly,
gotta
I'd
see
like
him.
you to kick Jakob
I'd love
and
that.
then shoot him in the head.
You pop out a moon cow right in front of everyone in the Colosseum. Like, just in the middle of a fight, just pop out a moon cow. And it just starts fighting.
No, it's like shagging, Blocky.
Squirting its milk at everyone.
Oh no, just tell out your entire voice, Ethan. It makes the video a lot better.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna do that on D&D,
Shots.
aren't you? So for like the hour which I'm there doing my turn, it's just gonna be silent.
What do you say to the bloody Typhon?
Well, apparently nothing because you cut my voice out.
No.
I want to say, after this tournament, do you want to get a boat
Hang out,
and
have
get off?
sex.
No.
Get off with me. Get off
Why
with me.
are you so flipping weird?
And get off this island.
You know, yeah, sure,
Oh,
that'd be
yeah,
nice.
Good save. Good save.
That's what I meant to say, but yeah, gonna stop me halfway through.
He
I was
says,
saying,
yeah, as long as you don't, like, injure me in any way, then yeah.
I'll
Everything
try
moves.
not to, I'll say, and then I'll end my turn
You know
there.
you guys are gonna fight at one point.
Well, no, you won't, because, what, are you just gonna keep training?
Yeah, sure, train.
Alright, what do you do when it's night?
Am I allowed to leave the Colosseum or am I just trapped there?
No.
You're
no,
allowed to
trapped.
leave, you're just not allowed to leave the town.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the inn and sleep.
Let's so high, let's so low. What the fuck was that? You're not a penguin.
He can be whatever
I
he wants
know
to.
you can't. You cannot be a penguin.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
How are you suppose you're gonna do that then, Ethan?
Do you know what? I'm gonna go over to, and we're gonna fuck one of you. I'm gonna fuck both your children at the same time. I'm gonna become a penguin because of it.
What did you just do?
Lottie, what do you do?
I don't want to be with Ethan anymore, really. Can I check on where I am?
You're in the middle of the bloody ocean.
Alright, okay, I pull up the anchor and set sail in the south direction.
Okay, it turns nightfall. What do you do?
I get my torch. No, I don't have a torch, do I? Right.
No.
Right, can I get my babies to take the wheel?
No, they're babies.
I put the anchor down and go sleep with my babes. Can you make it so we don't run into any monsters? 'Cause I really don't want my
No,
babes.
I cannot make it so that happens. You're also on 500, so if you want to eat anything, or, you know, kill anyone, okay.
Wait, hang on, how much are my babies? Can I breastfeed my babies first? Before I go to bed?
You can eat indeed.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to be like in the morning, because I'm always a grump in the mornings. How fast do my babies grow up, by the way?
So they'll grow up in different stages, but the time it takes until they're battle ready, until you can send them into battle, is the same amount as time as you were pregnant for.
What?
I have to wait 4 weeks until my children are battle ready.
Yeah.
To be fair, in normal life it would take around 20 years. Jacob, you have the island in your sight, Jacob. You can do it, Jacob. You can paddle.
No, I can't.
Okay, you drown. You're right. Good damn
He has no arms, he's sitting with a candy bucket.
The Kraken has eaten both of his arms. Toby
buy it
just,
for you.
Toby just asked, is there a tool or something that I can have that can help me see?
Yeah, it's
I
a
said,
dildo.
yeah, it's called a torch.
It's a glow-in-the-dark dildo. Is that a thing? I wish
No, it's not. Well, maybe in real
Really?
life it probably is.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
golden dildos, you can get them.
Not in the game.
Of course you. Of course, Ethan.
Jacob,
Of
it
course.
turns nightfall as you approach the docks. You collapse onto the ground, weary and exhausted, and you pass out.
Wow.
You should have slept.
You probably should have slept. At least you made it before drowning. Like, if you passed out in the water, you'd be dead. Jacob is not alive. Oh, yeah, someone,
Jacob dead?
someone killed him while he passed out.
Jacob's like, what?
Ethan and
I
Toby's
didn't agree to
turn.
this.
Wait, how will I know when I need to fight in the Colosseum?
They said they'll announce it.
Could I try and get a job?
Could certainly try.
Go and look for a job at the sorcerers.
You go in, and the guy's like, hey, what do you want? Is your staff not good enough? You want a better one?
It seems to be working great, but do you have a job opening which I could have?
Ah, no, sorry. It's more my own business, don't really let outsiders in, and plus you need to be quite a high-level mage to work with high-level staffs. As you're leaving, you hear a horn blow in the distance, and someone shouts from the stage, the Iron Giant and Dust Particle!
What? You came up with those on the spot, didn't you? You came up with those on the spot.
Particle.
Do you want
You
to...
want it?
Yeah, what do you want to do? Everyone's
Just
crowding
watch
around
it.
the entrance, going for tickets.
Do I have to?
What? No, you don't
It's
have
on
to
a small
watch
child's
anything.
face.
Do I? No, so I don't have to go.
No, you don't have to go.
Could I?
Suffocate a guy by shoving your massive penis down
I'm alright
the
then. I'm fine then.
What do you want to do?
Could I head over to the blacksmiths?
You head in
No,
to
you
the
can't.
blacksmiths.
You're disabled. Takes you 3 hours just to get there.
You head into the blacksmiths, and you see a rather nervous-looking, very young lad with acne. He's a human, manning the till.
Could I ask if he needs any help running this business?
Oh no, we're fine, thanks. Just can't make any important decisions right now. Just manning the helm, as the boss would say.
Could I ask him how much it would be to get a shield?
Oh, and then it's like really nervous and like shuffles paper on his desk and then like lifts up a thing to his face, squints at it and goes, if you want a basic leather shield, that'll be around 25 gold. If you want a steel one, that'll be around 60. And then
Ooh.
if you want one of the big ones, like the iron ones, those are around 100 gold each. What would you like to buy? What would you like to do?
You don't want to know what I would like to do.
How much money do I have?
5 minutes, 41
135.
seconds.
I can't hear because Rocky
Yeah, I
is
know,
being
right?
retarded.
135.
35.
Seconds. Doesn't take that long to work out.
No,
135 plus 0 is
can I buy a
Ooh, that's
steel
hard.
shield for 60?
he goes, oh, so you want a steel shield? What type of steel shield would you like?
What? There's different types.
Yes. So there's a small circular one, which is just for like one-handed, and then also you need strength for these different types of shield. Like the heavier shields, you need strength to operate because they're really heavy. So you've got the small steel shields, crest steel shields, and then you've got the body shields.
What could I actually wield with my strength?
So for you,
A big ball of plasticity.
you might be able to use a crest shield, and you will be able to use a small shield.
I'm gonna go for a small shield.
That'll be 60 gold, please.
Give him 60 gold.
That's oh shit.
Calm
That's
down.
random. Can I just go and wait for it to turn up in the competition?
What, you just want to go train?
Yeah, I'll go train.
Okay, you walk into the training rooms, and you hear the battle that's going on outside, and it sounds very intense. You hear like flames flying high, you hear the earth like shattering. You're just training on your little dummy. Everyone else, there's no one else in the room. Everyone else is up there watching the match. The town also seems really empty.
What's the match?
How much does it cost to watch the match?
The Dodgers. For normal admittance, it would be around $10 for a match such as this. Is quite a big one, but because you're a contestant, I'll give you for 5.
5 gold, I'll pay it.
Go watch it.
You give the guard 5 gold. And he
family discount.
he leads you
On the
up.
family discount.
Shut up. He leads you up to these seats, the top seats in the crowd, and it's like a massive ring. You know Coliseums.
Yeah.
So you're at the top with all the other majors like that you train with, and you look down, and the arena is in ruins. There's a major at one side with what you first thought was a gigantic javelin, but you then realise that it is a staff, but the orb at the end of it has been fashioned into a glistening spear. The shaft is complete stainless steel. You see the other guy
That's my favourite part.
dressed in brown robes, and he's got 2 small staffs in each hand, like dual wield, and at the end of them it's got like a brown rock on each, and at the moment they're facing each other, the ground beneath them has been splintered into like loads of places, and like the edge of the arena is scorched, and they're panting, looking at each other. The one you think would be called the Iron Giant with the massive spear runs at the dust particle, and he shoots at the ground beneath the Dust's feet. As Dust,
Sounds so pathetic.
you'll see why it's
Running
called.
at a dust
You'll see why it's
particle.
called the Dust particle in a minute. The ground erupts at Dust Particle's feet as he just dodges out of the way, and where the ground was is a massive crater with swords like spiked zigzagging in between. If he would have fallen in that crater, he'd be like skewered. This is, by the way, one of the biggest matches there's been. Like, this is a huge match.
I think I'm way over my head.
It is.
Is this friendly or?
No, this is competitive.
That's what I was gonna fucking say.
These two are very powerful. The Iron Giant spins his spear and then chucks it at the dust particle, who quickly smacks it away, and it slams into the arena wall, splintering the wall and stitching into it. Dust, in the flash of an eye, runs at Iron Giant, crosses his arms and slams them down on the ground, and the entire arena, like the dirt in the arena, moves like a wave and throws Iron Giant across the arena as he slams into the wall, and bits of the arena wall come crashing down on him. He gets off, shaking it off like it was nothing, picks up a gigantic slab of like concrete from the arena wall and chucks it at like amazing velocity at Dust. Dust slams a earth wall up and it shatters into the earth wall.
Earth wall.
Yeah, because
What spells do these guys have?
Dust is an earth mage. You realise he's very at one with the nature, whereas Iron Giant is more of a metallic weapon kind of mage. At the moment, they're just facing each
Oh,
other.
he just breaks to the floor and has a floor orgasm.
he just starts crying. Dust like waves his arm in the
Are
air.
you rolling for them?
Yeah, I am. Dust waves his arm in the air, collecting debris all around the arena into one massive tornado that he's holding like above him. The crowd goes wild at the sight of this, like, "Wah! Yeah, finish him!" Iron Giant's just staring at him, calculating his options, and as Dust pushes the tornado towards Iron Giant, he slams his spear into the ground, creating a metal sphere around himself. The tornado goes over him as Iron Giant punches the sphere he made, and 3 metal spikes go shooting out, slamming into Dust's arms and pinning him against the wall. You can see blood leaking out of his jacket. Iron Giant.
Is this Iron Giant?
No, Dust is pinned against the wall. Iron Giant runs at him, grabbing his spear on the way. It's just about to pierce his heart when
This is an epic battle.
when 2 earth hands come out the like it's dirt in the shape of hands. They come out of the ground and each make a fist and smash into Iron Giant, crushing him as they do it. And then they form like this massive boulder around Iron Giant and throws him back against the wall as Dust picks out the spikes in his arm and throws them to the ground.
Jesus Christ. How much health does this guy have?
Iron Giant's dressed in like chainmail and Dust is dressed in like a robe, which probably has chainmail underneath.
It's not the guy, no.
A lot of you can get chainmail, which is not.
Yeah, it's
a
not.
guy in chainmail isn't just
The
the only
guy
one.
in chainmail isn't the only person in the entire world who has chainmail.
Ethan enters the arena and then this like
He just gets, yeah, the guy in chainmail is his opponent. He just gets crushed. Iron Giant and Dust are facing each other. Iron Giant slams his spear into the ground and starts chanting the spell. The crowd goes wild. They appear to know what's happening.
Whoa.
As Dust quickly looks around and like whips up debris and rocks into this, and he starts forming this massive boulder above his head as he's like concentrating, sweat pouring down him. He's bleeding from both his arms, but he's like forming this boulder above him. Metal starts rising out of the earth and forming different swords, all circling around Iron Giant.
So is he creating like a massive oh, that's so sick.
Various clumps of rock form onto the rock that Dust is creating, and it starts to take the shape of some sort of creature. Iron Giant forms lumps of metals. This goes on for a long time, each concentrating like really hard on what they're doing. As this takes shape, Dust's creature falls from the sky and lands on Dust as Dust rises up through it. The creature's lifeless at still. You see claws and some sort of tail, like a scorpion tail. And suddenly, where 2 black sockets were, comes a green glint as it seems to be alive, and its head jerks from side to side as it stands up on its feet and like readies itself to attack. Meanwhile, on Iron Giant's side, he's created this massive 2-story humanoid metal man. Iron Giant rises up on a sheet of metal. The Iron Giant he's built, its eyes glint red. So what happened while you were away is they've both started construction on something. Dust has built this creature with a scorpion tail out of like rock and dirt, and it's like it's got claws and everything. It's like kind of like a cat scorpion kind of thing. And then Iron Giant's built an Iron Giant with a massive sword for an arm.
Please come up against someone like this if you don't want me to. So
It's a friendly battle, I shouldn't.
The Dust creature thing that he made, yeah, they're both inside their respective things as well. Dust.
Yeah, so it's like massive robots.
Yeah, kind of, but not robots. Dust pounces at Iron Giant, raking down his torso as Iron Giant pummels Dust into the ground and like smashes down on his tail as he tries to run away. Iron Giant then tries and follows down with his sword, trying to stab through Dust's head, but Dust quickly detaches his tail and moves up Iron Giant's body. His creature is held by his magic, so it's not an actual creature, he's just he's controlling it. It's like a vessel of rock and dirt and stuff.
That's really cool.
So he detached the
That's
tail.
why it's called Death. Oh, okay.
And then crawls up the side of Iron Giant's arm down to his back, grabs onto his head and starts digging his claws into Iron Giant's face.
It's been going on for ages, Scott.
It's going on for a couple of minutes. Alright, man up. You bought the ticket, so...
Yeah, and I might return them.
I mean, you can't, you've bought it now.
Can't do that.
Don't return it.
You don't just go to a
Yeah.
concert,
Yeah, you don't...
finish the concert, and then say, oh, I don't want to watch it anymore.
I don't want leave with enough, like, last minute, like, nah, I don't really want to watch it anymore, I can have my money back. Dust claws at his face as Iron Giant grabs him and throws him back down. Dust is winded as Iron Giant steps on his neck of his creature. He then stabs his blade down into Dust's chest, into the creature's chest, and twists, trying to dislodge the dirt and everything.
So I was almost considering joining this one.
The competitive,
Yeah.
this would not be what it was like. This is not what competitive is actually like. These are two extremely powerful mages that have come and fought.
But if I made it, I would have had to go up to one of them.
No, you wouldn't. This is a special occasion. This is a fight they've been planning for like ages. That's why everyone in the town has went to this one showing. Dust just tries to claw at Iron Giant's arm as he rakes his sword up the length of Dust's body, splitting his creature's skull open. Dust then dissolves his creature, throws it up in Iron Giant's face, and makes the dirt go into Iron Giant's suit, crippling it from the inside. He slowly tears apart Iron Giant's suit as the dust and dirt and rock pull apart the connections between Iron Giant. His arm like falls off, and then his leg, and he's trying to remain intact, and he slams his sword down to where Dust is, but Dust dodges out of the way and slams a earth spear into Iron Giant's chest. Iron Giant's creation falls apart around him, and he's left on the ground panting as Dust unleashes barrage after barrage of earth spears at him, tearing up the earth around him and trying to stab him with the soil at his own feet. He then gets a massive earth spike and chucks it at the ground beneath Iron Giant's feet as Iron Giant springs onto the wall, gets his spear out, jumps up, slams it towards where Dust is. Dust dodges, and then another spear from the ground, metal from the earth, retracts up and stabs Dust through the chest from his back. Dust sinks down the shaft of the blade as you can see the blood. The crowd goes wild. We're like, Iron Giant, Iron Giant, as Iron Giant goes to him. As Iron Giant goes to him,
I am tired.
pulls out his spear and rams it down Dusty's throat, piercing his skull. The crowd goes ballistic, horns like blare in the background. Iron Giant's face is like waved in banners and everything, and he cheers to the crowd like roaring. They filter out, all chatting excitedly amongst themselves.
Oh my god, did you see Iron Giant's face? I want him inside me, I want his robot dick. Oh. Yeah, robot. Oh, you can put his Iron Giant inside me.
You filter out from the thing and left standing outside the Colosseum.
How long to the next battle?
You don't know, they said they'll call you.
If I train, do I get what happens?
You can practice different moves on and see how effective they are.
Okay.
You can also make
Could
friends.
So what I try, which I thought I've done. I've done that. I've made a friend.
Have you?
Yes. The trifling.
Yeah, but have you?
Scott,
Does he like
he's my
you?
friend.
Does he like you though?
Scott, he's my friend.
God, I'm just an
or
annoying
you
person.
Die.
Oh, I don't think you're in any position to make that choice, to be honest, Ethan. Maybe I'll
I
turn
think
him
I
into
am.
a cracker.
You can't do that, Scott.
I mean, I can do anything I want.
I mean, you can't.
So, Ethan gets molested by a kraken during the next time. Iron Giant comes out and fists him right on the arse. leaves him for dead on the floor, bleeding from his arse, bleeding from his anal cavity. Also, the guard mentions that you're allowed to sleep for free
What's going on?
in the Coliseum. If
Oh,
you're
I'm gonna do that.
if you're currently in training, yeah.
Toby has left Ethan. Jacob has finally reached Garten. Lottie is trying to get to Ethan, and Ethan is eagerly awaiting his chance to enter a Colosseum fight. Will he win the tournament, or suffer humiliating defeat? To be continued.